thanks so much for visiting my channel. I've got a full body 30-minute workout for you today using the theraband. So if you don't have one of these at home, no worries, you can still do all of the exercises. You just won't get the extra resistance from the theraband that we're doing for the exercises. So this theraband is great because you do add that nice opposition, that nice resistance, giving you a little bit of extra length and strength and tone in those muscles. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So we're gonna start first in a standing position, and you're gonna place your band right underneath your feet. So once you're there, make sure that your band is pretty even on both sides. So one side we don't want to be shorter than the other, but you're feeling somewhat similar resistance in each side of your band there, okay? Now with that, make sure there's a little bit of resistance as you grab one hand on either band. And you can feel just with that how it starts to draw your shoulders down your back. So the band is pulling the arms down, pulling the shoulders down. Now with that, I want you to start to draw the shoulders forward, up and back, doing just a few shoulder rolls here. And you can feel how the band, as the shoulders come down and back again, the band helps to pull the shoulders down, which is really where we want those shoulders, right? We don't want them up here by the ears. I'm gonna go ahead and draw them down. Let's do one more like that. Inhale forward and exhale back. All right, now keeping that resistance in the band, we're gonna move into our roll down. So we've got our feet still in parallel. We're gonna take a nice inhale here at the top. And then exhale, we're gonna bring chin to chest as we start to roll down through the spine. And then you'll start to lose the tension in your band. That's okay. Keep your legs straight here. Once you get to the bottom, take an inhale. And then exhale, start to reverse that roll as you come back up. This time you'll feel that resistance in the band as you start to lift. And then inhaling at the top. And again, exhale, chin to chest. Roll it down, just warming up our spine here. Let the head and the arms be heavy as you roll down. Inhale at the bottom, and again, exhale as you roll back up. Bone by bone, and the head is the last to lift. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale, chin to chest, round it forward. Good, at the bottom, take your inhale. And then exhale as you stack the spine back up. All right, now once you're here at the top, stay here. We're gonna start moving our legs now. So getting a little bit more movement in the arms and the legs together. So you're gonna start to find your knee bend or your squat here. As you start to sit back into your heels, you're gonna send your arms forward, and then you're gonna stand right back up. You need to loosen the tension on your band in order to get that length forward. So inhale, arms come forward, and exhale, lift. So these might be some small knee bends. Maybe you don't even add the arms, that's okay, but it does add a nice little resistance. Good, inhale forward, exhale, lift. Let's do 4. Last 3. Last 2, and last 1. Good, coming all the way back up. All right, so that was warming up our shoulders, warming up the legs. Now we're gonna keep the legs still, so we work on the shoulders a little bit more. So I'm gonna hold on right to the ends of my bands here. We're gonna do some shoulder raises out to the side. So we're gonna lift out to the side, straight arms, and lower, and lift, and lower. So you can feel here, if you do have your band, that extra resistance here. So you feel that work here in your shoulders. If you don't have a band, just move those arms nice and slow and with control and really contract those muscles. Good, let's do 2 more. Lift and lower, last one. All right, now we're gonna do front raises. So doing that same thing, straight arms, but this time the arms come forward and lower. So just like we were doing with those squats. Now just focusing on the arms. Good, lift and lower. Let's do 4. Last 3. Last 2. and 1. All right, bring the arms back down by your sides. Choke up a little bit more on your band. We're gonna do some bicep curls. So keeping the knees just slightly bent, right? So not locked out. We're gonna start to bend at the elbows as you bring those hands up by the shoulders and then release back down. So bend and straighten. So elbows stay close to your sides, glued to your sides here. Good, and we bend and straighten. So you should feel those work in the biceps. You've got this nice tension here, so you can feel that strengthening and that toning. Good, let's do 2 more. 2, and last one. Good, and straighten the arms. All right, so go ahead and cross your straps here. And we're gonna do a little single leg work. So getting a little bit more tension with those cross straps. I want you to widen your feet just a little bit, getting a little bit of a more stable stance. Now, with that, you're gonna keep those arms pulling just gently out to the sides. And I want you to transfer your weight to your left leg and bring that right leg off the floor. And you're just gonna lift and lower that leg here. Right, so just that little extra resistance, you're really feeling that work in that outer hip and glute. Good, let's do 4 and 3, last 2 and 1. Go ahead and switch to the other side. So weight on your right leg. Good, keep that pressure in your straps and your band. And we just do that single leg balance, then press that left leg out. Good, so even if you don't have the band here, just this balance work and the lift of that leg, you're gonna get a lot going on here in the legs. Good, last 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Good, go ahead and release that all the way down. Go ahead and step your feet out of the band. Shake those legs out here just a little bit. Roll the shoulders up and back. And then you're gonna come to the front edge of your mat. You're just gonna bring your band along for the ride. We're gonna come to the floor. So if you'd like to try to do this cross ankle squat to sit down, you're gonna go ahead and cross your ankles here. Go ahead and bring your arms into your genie arms. Start to bend those knees as you come all the way to the floor. Sit back, uncross those legs, and then you're gonna roll down to set yourself up for bridge. So we're down here on our back, setting up for bridge. So we're in our nice long neutral spine. And I want you to grab your band and you're gonna place it right in front of your hips here. And the arms are gonna be down by your sides. So you want a little bit of tension and you wanna have your arms just down onto the mat. And your feet are walking close to you. Your legs are in parallel, shoulders are down and back. I'm going to start first with just a few roll-ups. So taking your inhale first, and then exhale, start to tuck that tailbone under, flatten the back, and then roll through your spine. As you press your hips against the band, feel that pressure, feel that extra work in your glutes. Now take an inhale here, exhale, reverse it as you roll it down, bone by bone, let the pelvis release. We're gonna do that again. So rolling back up. Good, inhale to lift, and then exhale, rolling it down. Last one. This time though, stay here lifted at the top. And with a flat back, you're gonna lower the hips part way and then lift them right back up. So we lower and lift. So we're still pressing the back of those arms down into the floor, feeling that tension of the band as we press the hips up. Good, and then we lift and lift. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay lifted. Transfer your weight to your right leg. Bring that left leg to tabletop. You're gonna do that same thing where we lift and lower the leg. So we're feeling a lot of that work on that right glute, right hamstring. Good. Try to keep those hips even. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Good, place that left leg down. Transfer your weight to that left leg. Bring that right leg to tabletop. And then we bring it halfway and lift. And lift. Drive through that heel Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that right foot down, and then even the hips off. Slowly roll down through your spine as you bring it all the way down. All right, back into that neutral spine here. I want you to draw those legs into tabletop. Arms are gonna come up towards the ceiling with the band. And we're gonna do our ab curls. When we lift up into that ab curl, we're gonna press the band down into the shins, into the bottoms of the legs there. So taking your inhale, on your exhale, head, neck, and chest lift up. The band pulls down onto the legs. Feel the backs of the shoulders engage. And then we lower it back down, arms lift. And then exhale, lift and press. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And lower. 4 more. And 3. Nice long straight arms. Last 2. And last 1. And lower down. Now we're gonna add the single leg reach, and we're gonna press into the single leg that's still in tabletop when we lift up. So taking your inhale here, exhale, head, neck, and chest lift. Left leg reaches long, press down onto that right leg, and then lower back down, arms lift, switch to the other side. Good, so belly's pulling in and up. Arms nice and long and strong. Let's do 1 more each side. Last one. Good, bring it all the way in. Now we're gonna do our double leg stretch. So for here, you are gonna stay lifted into your ab curl if you can. If not, you can come down in between each one. So I want you to start, if you can, staying lifted up by pressing down onto both legs here. Now, on your inhale, you're gonna inhale, arms and legs reach in opposite directions. Exhale, bring the arms back, press down onto the legs. Inhale, arms and legs reach out. Exhale, bring them down. Good, inhale, reach. Exhale, last 3. Last 2. Last 1. And then we lower all the way back down. Bring those legs into your chest. Just go ahead and rock here side to side. All right. Actually, keep those knees in towards your chest. Let's go ahead and rock up to a seated position. So we're coming all the way up. So still facing towards the end of your mat here. I'm just gonna go ahead and switch myself around real quick. And you're gonna start in this nice tall spine. Go ahead and bring the band to the bottom of the feet. Legs are nice and straight if you can. If not, go ahead and bend your knees so you can find that nice length here, okay? So we've got tension on our band. We're gonna be working more the upper body here again. So shoulders are back, elbows are gonna stay close to your sides. You're gonna start to row the arms as you pull the shoulders back in together towards the spine, and then bring them back forward. So pull them together and back forward. Good, exhale as you pull in, inhale as you lengthen forward. So if you want more resistance, obviously you'd walk your hands up closer to the feet. Feel that extra resistance as you pull in. Good, let's do 4 more. 4, 3, last 2, good, and 1, perfect. All right, now doing a little bicep curl here. I'm gonna loosen my tension just a little bit. Now the elbows here are staying more lifted, okay? So keeping the elbows a little more lifted, shoulders are down. You bend the elbows in as the hands come towards the shoulders, just like we did when we were in standing. But this time, the elbows are not by our sides, they're a little bit more forward. Good, so bend in and reach. So the goal here, right, this is not a super hard exercise, but the feeling of staying lifted in your spine, that's the hardest part. And able to try to keep that alignment while then moving the arms. Good, last 3. 2, and 1. Good, straighten the arms out. Now, start to bend the knees a little bit. We're gonna do a little roll back, getting more into the abdominals, but with the help of the band here, which is really nice. So again, sitting up nice and tall here, take your inhale. On your exhale, you're gonna start to roll onto the back of your sitting bones. So you tuck your belly, pull your belly in, tuck your pelvis under. Good, until you come to the C curve in your spine. Take an inhale here, exhale. So you roll back up to that seated position. Inhale at the top, exhale. Roll it back, inhale here, exhale forward. All right, we're gonna pick up that pace a little bit. So we're gonna exhale down, inhale, lift. Exhale back, inhale, lift. 2 more, exhale back, inhale, lift. Last one, good, and lift. All right, I want you to bring your hands wider now onto your straps or on your band here. We're gonna add a little rotation. So keeping those arms straight, you're gonna find that curve in your spine. Good, so holding here, keeping those arms wide. You're gonna rotate to your left. So think right rib cage towards left hip as you rotate, and then come through center over to the other side. So you're moving as one unit in the upper body, in the torso. So the arms, the spine, the shoulders, the head, they all move together. Good. One more each side. Feeling those obliques, last one. Good, arms straight, and then roll to come all the way up. All right, we're gonna do a full roll up here. So legs are gonna stay nice and long, and arms are gonna stay on your band. All right, so once you're here, shoulders are gonna come down and back. Now, you're gonna find that nice roll down in your spine. This time you're gonna come all the way to the mat. So take your inhale. Exhale, start to scoop the belly back, round through your spine, bone by bone. You're gonna come down to the mat. You'll feel that tension here in your band. Take your inhale once you get down. Exhale, you're gonna roll back up bone by bone. That band's gonna help you lift. As you start to come forward, I want you to bring your arms out to the side as you dive over the legs. And then bring the arms back forward as you continue that rolling motion back down. Good, so inhaling at the bottom. And exhale, chin to chest, roll up. Start to press the arms back as you dive forward. Belly pulls back. Good, arms come forward. As you scoop the belly, roll it down. Good, we've got one more just like that. Chin to chest, round forward. Good, press those arms back. And then arms forward. And belly pulls down as we roll it all the way down. So now we're gonna start with our side lying leg series. So I want you to take just your left foot out of your band, transfer the straps both to your right hand, and then you're gonna start to turn onto your left side. So your right foot is still in the band. You're gonna come down along the back edge of your mat with your elbow all the way to your pelvis. So you're in this nice long neutral spine here. Try to stack your hips. So make sure your right hip is not pulling back, but right on top of your other one. And then you can either have your bottom leg bent for more stability, or you can straighten it if you want a little more challenge. So what's great here is you really get to press that leg into the band for some extra resistance and toning. I love doing these side lying series with the strap here. All right, so keeping that top arm planted on the mat, go ahead and reach into your band as you start to lift and lower that leg. Now I want you to keep that leg in parallel. So that means toes, knee, hip are all facing forward. All right, so we're not turning that leg out just yet. We will do that shortly. But I really want you to feel as you're lifting and lowering that you're trying to reach farther into that strap, into that band. And that's gonna provide that extra resistance and also that length that we're always looking for. Let's do 2 and 1. Good. All right, now from here, we're gonna do our front and back kicks. So keeping that leg in parallel, we're gonna kick forward and then pull back so you can feel the hamstring and glute here engage. And then we're gonna kick forward. You're gonna lose your tension, but that's okay. And then bring it back. Good, forward and back. So we're doing this all with a nice stable pelvis, stable torso. Just moving that leg in the hip socket. Last two. And last one. All right, moving into circles. So keeping that leg in parallel to start. We're gonna bring that leg back forward. Maybe not all the way. Start to circle the leg open in the hip as you bring it up towards the ceiling and then lower back down, bring it back to parallel. So you're coming forward, up, open, and lower. Good, forward and open, lower. So you're getting this nice, beautiful circle of your leg in your hip socket. Great for mobility. And these are just great overall for lengthening and strengthening those legs. Last one this direction. Good, now we're gonna reverse it. So keeping the leg turned out, let's go ahead and lift the leg up. Bring it forward, back to parallel, and bring it back. Turn out, lift, forward, and back. Good, let's 3 more. Last 2. Last one. Awesome, all right. Take the band off the foot. Now stay here on this side. You're gonna put the band around the thighs, just like this. And so you can get quite a bit of tension for clamming. So once you've found your nice tight band here, I want you to bend your knees, keep your feet together, and you're gonna start to lift and lower that top leg. So keeping that pelvis in that neutral parallel position. When you lift that leg, you really feel that outer hip and glute here. Great exercise for the booty. Really isolates that muscle there. Good. So already you can feel after all the work we've done with that strap, just in this top leg, feel fatigued here in that top hip and that glute. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Awesome. All right, we're gonna do all that on the other side. So let's just go ahead and grab that band. Go ahead and sit on up. And as gracefully as you can, we're gonna go ahead and come to our other side. Maybe put the strap on your foot first. Get that all set up. And then go ahead and lay down. Graceful as possible, right? We can always try. All right. So coming down onto that right elbow, right hip. Everything's nice and stacked here. Choose that bottom leg, either straight or bent. And top leg is in parallel. And then we start to lift and lower as we reach into that top leg here. Good, lift and lower. So I do a lot of this side lying leg work in a lot of my mat classes. And I really do love it the most with the band. I love that extra resistance. I love that you can really push into the strap and push away and really find that length. Good, now hold it here in parallel at hip height. And then we're gonna kick the leg forward. So it's that front kick, and then we pull back, squeeze the glute and hamstring, and then we bring it back forward. So this one is a easy one to start to kind of tip the upper body forward. So I don't want you to do that. That's where the exercise becomes more challenging. And that's really goes true for all of the Pilates exercises, right? They can make them easier if you're not really focused on that alignment. But the more you focus on keeping that proper alignment and form, the harder and more challenging the exercises are, but the better they are. Good, last one. Okay, now keeping this top hand here, we're gonna move into circles. So you're gonna bring that parallel leg forward, start to open that leg out on the hip socket, lower it down, bring it back to parallel. Forward, open, and lower. Good. Forward, lift, and lower. Last 2 in this direction. Last one. Good, and then reverse that. Up, forward, and lower. Turn it out, forward, back to parallel and lower. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Good, and bring it back. All right, set yourself up for clamming on this side. So just bringing that band back around the thighs. Good, setting ourselves up here. All right, once you've got that resistance, knees are stacked, toes are together. We keep those toes and heels together as we lift and lower that top leg. Good, lift and lower. Always really good to do single-sided work. Both, upper body, lower body, side body, just because one of our sides is always gonna be stronger than the other. And we'll always take over when we're doing it with both legs at the same time. That stronger side will always take over, never giving the weaker side a chance to catch up. So doing these single-sided exercises are great so you can find more balance. Good, last one. Good, lift and lower, beautiful. All right, coming back to seated here. We got just a couple more things left. So you're gonna come to a nice, comfortable seat. I'm gonna come into a cross-legged position. You can come onto your knees if that's easier. I'm turning to the side so you can see me a little bit better what I'm doing. You're gonna bring the band behind your back. Shoulders are down, so it's right around your rib cage there, almost right underneath your armpits as it comes forward. Finding some tension in your straps, find that nice tall spine. And I want you to start to take your inhale. Then on your exhale, you're gonna bring those arms forward. Think of driving from the back of the arms, the backs of the shoulders, and then bend the elbows back in. Then again, we reach and then bring them back in. So you can see I'm not rounding forward in my shoulders to do this work. I'm keeping the collarbone nice and wide and the shoulders are staying down the back. Good, and reach and in. Let's do 4. Last 3 and 2. Last one, keep the arms long. We're gonna bring them out to the sides and then bring them back together. Bend them in. Good, reach long, open, together, and in. Good, reach, open, together, and in. Last 2. Last one, reach, open, together, and in. All right, one more thing we're gonna do. So we're gonna come onto our belly so we can get a little more extension in our spine. So flip all the way over. And you're gonna have the band here right under the shoulders. So you're gonna have your hand right under your shoulders as well. So you have a little bit of tension here in your band. So setting yourself up for some spinal extension, I want you to bring your forehead to the mat. Pull your belly in to lengthen your lower spine and then really reach your legs long, engage through the lower body. All right, so we're gonna draw the shoulders down the back. I want you to inhale as you start to lift up with your upper body here. Think of pulling the band apart. Now start to bring the arms forward, bring the arms back, and then lower back down. So we're gonna do that again. Inhale, lift. Keep the eyes gazing down to the floor. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. Exhale, lower. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. And lower. Good. 2 more like that. And lower. Last one. Make sure to pull that belly off the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, arms forward to Superman, and lower, and down. All right, bring the strap behind your back. So you're gonna grab on your other hands pretty close to each other, enough so you can get those shoulders open and back here. So starting with the head back down on the mat, belly's pulling in, same rules apply. This time upper and lower body are gonna lift together. So you're gonna inhale, start to lift up, lift the upper body, lift the arms, keep those arms straight, roll the shoulders open, and then lower back down. And again, lifting up. And exhale, lower. Just 3 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Last 2. I feel so nice to open the whole front body here. Last one, lift. Hold for another extra breath. Take an inhale and exhale. Lower it all the way down. All right, bring the band into your right hand. Go ahead and press yourself up into all fours. I just want you to find a nice rounded spine. Think of that cat position so you can find that nice opening in the lower back. Since we did just find some extension. Good, now come to a comfortable seated position, facing forward. And we got one final stretch here to finish. So you're gonna have your band a little wider than shoulder distance apart. We're gonna get a nice, beautiful side bend. So shoulders are down and back, spine's lifted. Go ahead and take an inhale as you bring those arms up overhead. And then you're gonna reach over to the side, feeling that nice, beautiful side body opening. Come up through center, go ahead and come over to the other side. Good, one more each side to finish. Last one. Good, come back through center. Keep that tall spine as you lower the arms all the way down. That felt so good. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you got to do it with the band, I know that you're gonna find that it's a great prop, a great tool to help enhance your workout. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and also leave a comment below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and go ahead and check out the other videos I have on there. We have other great general Pilates workouts, as well as Pilates with kids and Pilates for pain relief, with more to come in all of those. So thanks so much again for joining me today on the mat, and I hope to see you again here soon. Bye.